Canada Day.
Happy friggin' Canada Day, right? Oh my God, friggin' rates.
I love it. So tell us, what is your favorite thing about Canada that you love to celebrate?
Socialized medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that, that you get hurt and it doesn't put you in bankruptcy. It's lovely.
Is that why so many Americans want to go to Canada?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons why Americans want to go to Canada, but first and foremost should be socialized medicine.
Now, is
and
there...
God forbid Trump gets in, and then the floodgates are open.
What do you think is kind of like the outside perspective of the U.S. election from Canada? What are they thinking about this Trump guy?
I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, as nutty as our politicians can get, I'm trying to even think of the nuttiest Canadian politician. Mike Duffy, he was pretty nutty. But, they go from politicians to out here, they're just characters. They're like literally reality show characters.
Do you really, everybody always starts like, if this happens, I'm going to move to Canada. Do you think people actually do it?
I think they'll try, but then they'll realize how hard it is to immigrate to another country. And it's a long process. As a Canadian living in America, it's a long process. Yeah.
So tell us about your show.
I'm on the hit series CiGi Does It on IFC, which was not renewed for season 2. So not a hit, but I wrote it, produced it, and starred in it. And I played a guy named Ricky from Montreal, so it wasn't really a stretch for me. It was super easy.
But you have to agree, some of the most fan-favorite shows of all time only had one season.
That's true. Freaks and Geeks. There's a long list of one-season shows. But luckily, I'm on another show called Preacher on AMC, and that just got renewed for season 2. So.
But I think it's actually kind of way more cool if you create something, write it, make it happen. So with your show, that's a big deal. Even if it didn't get a second season, Togetherness on HBO didn't get renewed. So that was a great show too.
It was a great show, and of course the arrogance of me to write a show and put myself in it was pretty
If Louis C.K. can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, but there's a big difference in Louis C.K.'s career and my career. Well, our moms are both proud of us.
You're a little too self-depreciating. That is so not true. Anybody that can make a show and get it on air is kind of a big deal.
I feel like you have to be self-deprecating as a Canadian, though, or else you get your passport revoked.
Why are Canadians so nice?
I know, we have to be. It's
so modest.
So modest, but behind closed doors, we all
We're animals.
Our diaries are just riddled, or journals. I'm not going to judge on what kind of books you write. But they're riddled with overconfident, I'm the best. What's the hell's up with this guy? What the hell? We use bad words.
So I'm gonna guess you're kind of more of a comedian.
I'd like to think so.
You're pretty funny.
That's what my girlfriend says in the bedroom. But she's American.
I want to know, what's the difference between dating a Canadian woman and an American woman? Is there a difference? You can be honest. I hear American women are a little more high maintenance and bitchy. Is that true?
Of all of the Canadian women I've dated and all of the American women I've dated, there's no compare. Well, I mean, they both tell me what to do and when to do it, so I'm probably not a good example of what to...
You're like the perfect boyfriend. You just listen?
That's all you can do. I learned early on. I've been with my girlfriend for 10 years, and I learned...
You might be legally married now.
Really? I have a green card? I gotta
Getting
go.
there. Okay, tell me what you were going to say. Girls interrupt all the time. Get used to it.
No, well, so being with my girlfriend for 10 years, I realized, the important thing for a long-term relationship is be afraid. Be very afraid of the woman you're with. And as long as you have that constant state of fear, you won't hook up. And you won't, you'll always be obedient and aware of all things.
Do you think I can be a woman that someone will be afraid of?
Between us, I'm horribly intimidated right now.
Yes!
And sweating under the collar. I don't. Yeah.
I want to be terrifying in a relationship.
I suggest that for most women.
Does that equal psycho?
Men are weak-willed.
Okay.
When it comes down to it.
So does that mean, last question, afraid, terrified in a relationship, does that mean every man's looking for a psycho girlfriend?
No, mine's absolutely not psycho. She's riddled with common sense. But that doesn't mean I'm not terrified of her. She's 5 foot and extremely intimidating.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so nice to talk to you.
Likewise.
You're funny. I'm excited for
And
your
handsome?
new show.
Did she say handsome?
Yeah.
What? What?
Absolutely. Very good suit. Is this tailored or something?
Handsome man I've ever seen. It's insane. I didn't know Canadians were that. Well, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling. There's quite a few handsome Canadians, isn't
You have a really good tailored suit. This is tailored, isn't it?
It is
It
tailored.
looks pretty tailored. Like, it fits very well.
This is.
Nice to meet you. I want you to be afraid of me before you
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
meet
much.
you.